Over here in the red at the upper left, representing Korea, we have
Starter Curious.
And now to our other player, who's going to be representing not just his native country, but people from all over the world. And there he is. Over here at the bottom left on our massive map, a player with an unbelievably high ladder ranking on so many different servers. Got a lot of fans here for Huck in the audience. There's a shot of him now. Woo.
With Bieber hair.
With Bieber hair. I was going to go with the
He's turning to a true Korean.
Link from Zelda hair. Could be doable too. I have not seen him with hair like that. Huck is a really ambitious, hard-working, committed guy. He was a competitive player at StarCraft 1, wasn't exactly anything super special. And now he's sort of, become one of the best Protoss players in the world. He's on the Team Liquid, and if you're wondering, hey, I go to a site called Team Liquid, do they have any connection? Yes, they absolutely do. Liquid has a team out here with players such as Huck and Jinro. And it's one of these things where, he came out here, he didn't manage to qualify. He got close to qualifying to get into Code A here in some previous tournaments. Now he's done it. Now he's this far. And the real question is he going to make it to Code S? Because all the Koreans think this guy's really good.
He has a lot of Korean fans here today. I'm actually looking at them.
Yeah, we can see him right from where we're sitting.
Not to leave Curious out, he's from Startail. And if you guys have watched GSTL, they are considered the second best team in Korea at the moment. So we're actually on Teldarim. This is a new map. You guys are seeing it the first time on Code A. If you guys have not been watching GSTL, which you should, go and watch the VODs. We are once again on a 16 base map. There is no go, and the center of the map is extremely open, which makes it easier for Zerg to deal with Force Fuse and Sentry. Well, with a Force Fuse and Sentry army, what most Zergs do is actually fast expand or speeding expand on this map, as you can see right now on my screen. But however, the cliff is actually a little bit bad on Natra because it's weak to Colossus. It's actually quite open. You do see two Zerglings coming in and scouting what Huck is doing, and he's only getting his first gas right now.
Yeah, you're going to be going for the first gas right away. Now, the architecture of this map means you got to be very careful at your entrance because, as you can see, Lings can slip in, and this is, to be frank, really bad right now for Huck. If you have even... The worst is even if you get 4 or more Zerglings in there, because then that's when you get a little bit out of hand. But even 2 can screw up your ability to, for instance, mine gas. You have to take probes and chase around these Zerglings. And, if you're a new StarCraft player and you're thinking, well, come on, Tasteless, it's only 2 Zerglings. It's not like he's going to kill him there. Well, the reality of it is that with 2 Zerglings, you can get your opponent so behind that the Zerg is going to be miles ahead.
You can see on my screen the Zerglings are like transforming into a Speedling straight away right in front of the eye of a helpless Zila, which is not going to be able to catch up with him. Small trivia, a +1 Zila can actually take down 4 Zerglings.
Yes, it's absolutely...
Ouch.
You're absolutely right. I bet it'd feel pretty weird to suddenly get the speed upgrade. As it's early and you're running really fast, you're suddenly like, you know what?
I want
to run really fast. So that would probably be an interesting experience. Now, Huck is actually doing a pretty good job of handling this thus far. He's not lost too many probes. Zerg, though, has taken full advantage of this, and he is making non-stop drones. And with the Zergling in the base, there's really no threat of the Protoss leaving his base to attack you.
Excuse me, Tasteless, sir. I believe that the Zerg is being extremely ambitious and going for a third expansion.
He is. It's a very ambitious Zergling.
Don't you think that's extremely dangerous?
I mean, a Zerg player.
Huck can just go in with a 5-gate push and take down the expansion really easily.
I think the expansion he's taking over in that location is a little bit easier to take than some of the other ones he could have opted to go for. But I do agree with you. It is a little bit risky, but I'm not shocked. But you know what? Huck is actually, let's see here, probe CF for this situation. Yeah, I think a Warp Gate Rush is doable now that I get to use my Artosis preview screen and sort of look around.
Tasteless is kind of like shocked he has a computer.
Yeah, it's
to
totally
move
different.
Stuff. Well, you do see that he's coming in to scout with a couple of Zealots and Sentries. Speedlings are running around the map trying to scout what Hug is up to.
They also want to get that probe. That's actually the goal, is to intercept the probe during a rush like this.
Oh! Wow.
That was close. Now the probe is still alive and has made the second pylon, which is close to the Zerg's base.
By the way, I think it is fair to say that...
oh
my
got
God.
the probe.
Got
the probe.
But there's a pylon there though.
Yeah, he does have a pylon.
Blocks the entry to the pylon. Feelings can actually get to the pylon right now. Puts on a force field to prevent his sentry from getting taken down. Okay, I was gonna say, Hug has one of the best force field control. As a player.
Absolutely. And oh, hold that thought that we have the Zealots and the Cities Commander. I don't think this is gonna work because frankly you need Stalkers in your army. And even if he warps those in, I don't know if it's enough Stalkers in the army. We'll see though. I feel like this rush is a bit half-hearted, partially because he continued to make probes right before the rush started. He stopped now. No, excuse me, he just started making probes. Now I can see on my screen. And I would feel like with a rush like this, you'd actually want to just cut probes. He's already got that hit disadvantage early on. But we'll see. Huck is a much better player than I am.
Well, you see he's coming in with his Zealots. Roaches are kiting all the Zealots on the field, and the Zealots are falling down to the Roaches pretty easily. The thing is, Huck only just got his third and fourth gas, which means he couldn't have actually got enough Stalkers out because he's going for a heavy sentry army, which is what he's actually popular for. You do see on the screen right now, Feelings are coming after the Stalkers, and he does put on 2 force fields, preventing any more Zerg units from streaming in. But I think Huck is ready for the push right now. He's like, I'm ready. I'm coming for you, dude.
He's like, I'm doing this. Let's go! And actually, now, at this point in time, I think if he gets one proper force field that divides us in half. No, he cannot, because he doesn't have enough force field energy. Excuse me, thank you. But we'll see. He's moving forward now with the sentries. Now, he has at least cut his opponent off from his expansion. The question is, do I go for the heart of my opponent's base, or do I try to take out that expansion? And the Roach numbers are getting pretty low, considering. So Zerg's going to have to bring out his drones.
Trying to defend this, but if Hug actually had 2 sentries, he could actually make a really big difference on this. Roach speed is up though. The thing is, he actually took down a lot of overlords, so making the Zerg supply block. Yeah,
that last overlord we just saw,
yeah,
that was pivotal in this game, because right now Zerg can't produce anything more. But Zerg is going to be able to get in range of this pylon. He might even actually want to just turn around and bum rush the pylon.
Which he's not doing.
Should have listened to what Tasteless said. But he can't watch the cast and play. That wouldn't be very fair, would it? He's going to go back here now and take out the pylon. And that means Huck is in a very bad position. Zerg already has drones and is taking his extractor at his base.
I think Huck is actually going to be slightly worried right now because at the moment, he only has 2 bases, and the Zerg has his 3rd bases running for quite long now. You do see the Speedlings are eating away at the Stalkers. As you know, Roaches counter Zealots, and Speedlings do counter Stalkers.
Yes. When you get that combination, that's when you actually can't move around the map anymore. And note, he does have Burrow too. He was hoping for the Protoss to kind of get baited out on the map, to which he could just unburrow on top of those Stalkers. Not going to be the case.
He's getting claws right now, which means Hug has to be really careful. He needs to get his expansion up as soon as he can.
That's beautiful. Look at that. Burrowing some units, just right there underneath that location where the Nexus would ideally be planted. And, I mean, this is what makes Protoss Berserk different from StarCraft 1, is that you get Immortals and Colossus from the Robo Bay 2, which you use all the time in mid-game. So you're only going to have 1 observer, which means if he doesn't get that observer or get the cannons up in time, he's going to be in trouble. And that cannon's denied. If he gets this one, he can once again reclaim that location with Broadlings. Denied.
You don't want to make Hug angry.
No.
He's like, how dare he deny my expansion?
And he's punished him for it. He's, I gotta say, Huck's handling this pretty well despite sort of being behind from the get-go.
Spire just went up, and you see the 4th base of the Zerg is coming up right now. The Zerg is like, okay, you know what, Huck? If you want to expand, I am going to expand as well, because I really need to be one up against you. You have more cost-efficient army than me. I need to have more production rate. You do see Mutalisks are coming up. I'm not really sure that is a good idea unless he's focusing on harassing the drone lines instead of fighting. Stalkers are actually coming at the moment. Comes the Roach army into half, catches half the Roach army. Does have Burrow though.
Yeah, he knows that there's observers going to be somewhere on the map, so he's got to be careful. But Huck has no cannons in his main. And note, he already sees the location of the Robo Base, so he could go in for a Colossus assassination if he can time out when that Colossus will inevitably spawn. Or Immortal.
Stalkers are trying their best to defend the probe at the base, and that's going to be enough to fend off this Muta attack. He doesn't have Blink yet though, so Muta is going to fly into his main base, try to take as many probes as he can, but a couple of cannons are dropping down from him, so the Mutas do have to back. I can't say this attack was very efficient, because Huck wasn't planning on attacking anyway, so...
Yeah. Well, I think he just saw there were Stalkers outside of his opponent's base, but that's not, always enough. What he should have done is just leave after the Stalkers were up and killed his probes and,
Cuts the Roach army into half and catches Roaches there in front. No Burrow coming in. He's doing a 2-prong attack. Mutal is actually coming in to try to take the probes at the mineral line, but Immortals are doing so well against the Roaches. Sentry and Immortal, you can see both players microing really hard because both of them were defending and attacking 2 at the same time.
Yeah, that's how you want to do it. Your opponent's on 3-base attack in 2 different locations at the same time. And I bet Huck is probably going to be regretting not having enough cannons here, also having the Robo Base sort of exposed.
I hope he doesn't lose his Robo Bay though, because that's really crucial for him. He needs his Colossus, his Immortals, and his Observers. Right now, Mutas are doing decent amount of damage, but there's just so many Stalkers on the field. Huck is going for a counter attack right now. His Stalkers are actually moving in, trying to get into the expansion of the Zerg player. You do see he's trying to get a Zerg supply block. The Ram is right there right now. He can actually move in. Here comes the Roaches from behind.
Now he's got a nice force field block there. He wants to try to take out these Roaches down here on the low ground. But Unburrow, brilliant. And I gotta say, even though Huck's army's looking pretty strong, I don't think it's gonna last through this.
Because the Zerg can actually borrow right now, but you do see that's 2-prong. Actually, the Roaches are being sandwiched right now. Here comes the Overlord, trying their best to do something.
Trying to do what?
Help the Roaches.
They're gonna drop creep on them.
More support.
But the Roaches are doing a good job of denying this. Nice burrowing there.
That was a good engagement though, but Huck didn't actually manage to get any force fields up, and not enough damage done there. However, he does have his 3rd base up and running, and the Zerg hasn't saturated his 4th base yet. So Huck still can come back from this 1 base down, and having a look at the production tab, he's actually going for more Colossus than more Immortals than Colossus. Why do you think he's not going for like standard Colossus build?
I think there's a couple reasons. I mean, one, lately in general, you've seen that people actually once they get rid of the Colossuses, and it only takes 1 or 2 misclicks, you basically have lost the game. You can't replenish those Colossuses. The other, by the way, we got a little sneaky Roach stuff going on down there on the map. The other, I think, is that it's just good against Roaches in general. Getting Immortals are just good against Roaches.
That's what happened if you try to sneak in. You die to Observers and Stalkers.
That's what you get if you try to be sneaky with Huck. But no, I mean, on a serious note, I think getting Immortals is quite good. We've seen this in both Protoss vs Terran and Protoss vs Zerg, sort of a shift in the way the matchup is played, and I think part of it has to do with the map. It's a big map. Colossus, while it's mobile in the sense that it can move up and down terrain, I don't think it's going to be as effective on a map like this. It's very wide open. You get surrounded easily. Colossus is much better on a map like Xel'Naga Caverns.
The Zerg is getting +2 attack for his Speedlings and +1 armor for his army. You do see that one of his Overlords is actually spewing creep on Huck's 4th base. Both of them are going to be on 4 bases, so I would either, the Zerg just put on a big base, so you do see Roaches coming, blocks the army into half.
That was a really good force field. He does burrow through it.
The Observer was there though, so he's like, Don't worry, I got an observer there. I got it under control. Stalkers come in and the Overseer sees everything that's going on in the main base. Doesn't see much because Hug is not going for anything secretive. He does have a DT. Dark Shriner was up. So we're gonna see some DT actions on the expansions. He will try to kite down the hatcheries that are around the places, and you do see 5th base of Curious is coming up. However, I think it's kind of too far.
I would love to see a phase prism. Warp Prism could come out and start using that with the DTs. Because I think that's really where Zerg has a hard time keeping up. Zerg in this phase of the game wants to tech to not pure Muta, especially after his Muta count's been reset. So Protoss can be the boss of the map. Now hold that thought, though. We see him moving around. Blink has not been upgraded, so we'll be able to micro that. Storm is not done. This might be the perfect timing attack here. The question is, does Curious know it?
Does Curious know that there's a DT taking down his drones?
He doesn't look like it. That has, what, 7 kills? Oh, perfect attack here. Getting Dark Templars in there, too. DT slashing up the Zerg.
Here comes a Baneling Bomb! Is he going to be able to drop in time? He does have to back off.
So many Baneling Bombs! Actually, no, there were not any Baneling Bombs. They were basically all stopped.
Stopped.
They were all denied. Well.
Here comes the DT. DT is actually doing fair amount of damage. There is actually no drones on the 5th base of the Zerg at the moment. So one DT is going to be able to solo that. He has to get some Overseers up, which he is doing right now. And he actually has Storm up. And he's going to have Blink soon. So the Zerg is going to be really worried. He's like, oh no, my Baneling Bomb didn't work. And he's focusing on like a Roach and Baneling army, which is not going to be enough to stop Huck at the moment.
Well, Huck has actually done 2 incredible things at once. First of all, he took out a big chunk of the Zerg's army, including the Banelings, which is more money than I can compute right now in my head. And the second is he killed up all the drones. Now, the problem right now is the only thing the Zerg can do is just try to remake the drones or try to win with one more attack, and neither is going to be a comfortable position to play from with Huck having such a tremendous advantage.
Well, I'm actually having a look at the unit count right now. He has 3 DDs on the map and 1 High Templar. High Templars are going to be good against your Speedling, Baneling, and Hydras, but there's a lot of Roaches on the field right now. So he's kind of focusing on Immortals, and having a look at my screen, I do see he has 3 Immortals out, which is good against Roaches, and the DT is coming in again, taking down the poor drones who are harvesting gas, and he's trying to take the Queen down.
Uh-oh. Queen's like, she's like, I feel weird, but I don't see anything. Well, it's actually because the DT is killing you. Observer grazes over here, checks out the army, and I think he sees now.
Here comes a push. Storms goes off onto the Roaches there up front. You do see the High Templars are getting perfect storms onto the Roaches.
Oh, that is. Okay, that, I don't know if Zerg can recover from this. Well, actually, nice burrow movement there. He has a lot of Immortals, though. These 3 Immortals are going to do a ton of damage with proper force fielding. Yep.
He's actually warping an Archon in. Here comes the Archon.
I've never seen one of those. An Archon, huh? Yep.
Have you never looked in the mirror?
Oh, well said. Well, only when Artosis is here. is here do we get to be the Archon, but that's true. But in the game, yeah, we rarely see Archons used. I think, honestly, it's just because people are not doing a good job of keeping the Templars alive after storming.
A couple of Stalkers is trying to take the 5th base of the Zerg right now. You do see the Roaches are being taken down. There's a DT over there. He's going to lose this for sure. He has no army to defend. He's bringing his drones out right now.
And that's it. GG. I thought it was going to go on for a little bit longer, but honestly, I mean, it makes sense. The guy's going to tap out.
He couldn't handle the Dark Templar.
Finish that water. I'm done with this water. Own that guy, own that water.
Wow.
Say, man, drank all that water so fast.
Wow.
I didn't even get to the part where he force fielded me so well. So, damn. Huck is so good. I can't believe what a recovery.
I know.
I mean, the guy was so behind. I know if you guys like, bronze or silver, you might not know what toolings in your base can do. I mean, you're a Zerg player, you know what I'm talking about. You can actually delay them from mining so much.
He has to move his probe around. He has to move his zealot after you. He has to make more zealots to defend.
And you can't counterattack. So I got to join the game real fast. I'm not used to being in this chair.
I'm trying not to be too excited about Huck, but he is our first foreign player that's playing besides Loner.
No,
that is from
you're handling the excitement quite well. I'm not going to give you a little shot and calm you down or anything like that. No.
Stop. My steam needs to run out. My steam pack is not running out yet.
Yeah. Your steam pack's not
I
worn
need
out.
to go outside and run around in the basketball court.
That's right. Maybe you can, between this, if we have a commercial, you could do some push-ups. You get that energy out of you. I'm sorry, I interrupted you, though. What were you saying?
You can see, as we were saying, like you and I were discussing how good his force field placements were.
Yeah.
You could see in the match right there that his force fields are going to be one of the top few Protosses in the world. I have seen him play a lot.
He's phenomenal. Sorry, the countdown started, so let's get ready. Man, we're going at a fast pace here.
Yeah.
At this GSL.
Too many good games. And apparently the Korean commentators are talking for shorter than normal. Now that I've said that, the game still hasn't started, so I still feel kind of rude. I'm a nice guy, so I don't like to feel rude. But it should start any second now, so get ready.